The shocking truth about Disney park admission tickets around the real world. Hello, Disney fans. It's Dan from Nancy and Dan Travel to Disney, and today we have a real treat for you. Before you can get to enjoy something like this, you first need to pass through or under something like this, and then eventually start to proceed to something like this, the theme park entrance to the particular Disney theme park. And once you get there, you need to have some type of park admission tickets to actually enter the Disney theme park. Maybe like one of these for Walt Disney World. Yes, there are 6 different Disney resorts around the real world, as opposed to Around World Showcase in Disney's Epcot theme park, that is. Have you ever wondered if there are differences in the type of Disney theme park admission tickets between the 6 different Disney resorts around the world? And if there are, is it worth asking why? In today's video, we compare the Disney park admission ticket offerings between the 6 different Disney resorts around the world. For consistency, we will use the same date for each Disney resort, specifically November 8, 2024, as the date that we want to go to that particular Disney resort. And B, we will use the ticket purchasing website for each of the Disney resorts, not one from a third party. Our comparison has these 3 objectives. First, understand the different Disney park admission offering. Second, identify any significant inconsistencies for Disney park guest admissions, if any. And third, at the end of this comparison, ask the uncomfortable questions, if there are any, regarding certain park admission offerings in some Disney resorts which are not offered at Disneyland or Walt Disney World. We are not concerned so much about the differences in the cost of admission between the different Disney resorts. There will be many reasons for the differences, such as standards of living and wages in the different countries and regions where these 6 Disney resorts operate, as well as the ownership structure. Remember, Disney does not own 100% of each of its resorts around the real world. What we are concerned about is comparing the different types of theme park admission offerings. And each Disney resort has many different park admission offerings, so we'll try to keep this at a high level for simplicity. As we proceed, if you are finding this comparison interesting, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with your Disney-loving friends, and consider subscribing to our Nancy and Dan Travel to Disney for Older Adults and Seniors by Older Adults and Seniors YouTube channel. First up, the theme park admission offerings at Disneyland Resort in Anaheim, California, USA, which many watching this video are already familiar with. Here is the website for the Disneyland Resort. We're going to start by selecting the standard theme park ticket for one day. We'll say 1 over 10 years of age and 1 ticket for a child aged 3 to 9 years old. Notice that the child younger than 3 years old does not need their own admission ticket. This is pretty common amongst all Disney resort theme parks throughout the world. We will do just one park. We have chosen November 8, 2024, as we will do for all 6 Disney resorts around the world. Up at the top part of the screen, we can see our total cost for these 2 park admission tickets. So, Disneyland charges $10 less for a park admission ticket for a guest that is between 3 and 9 years of age, as shown here, versus all guests 10 years of age and older. We will use this chart to keep track of the different type of Disney park admission ticket offerings for each of the 6 Disney resorts around the world. As we saw, Disneyland Resort offers these 2 types of admission tickets with the green check marks. Presently, there are no reduced park admission ticket offerings for local residents, so we'll leave that row with no green checkmark. Notice that Disneyland is promoting next winter a limited time offering which has the park admission ticket for guests between 3 and 9 years of age at a substantial savings during the typically slow season for this park. Now, what about annual passes? Yes, Disneyland Resort has a total of 4 annual passes called Magic Keys, and you see some of the differences between the 4 displayed here. They are not on sale all the time and only every now and again. Again, there is no child discount for an annual pass at Disneyland. Notice the Imagine Key is available for local residents at substantial savings. So now we have updated our comparison chart and added the 2 annual pass rows, one for all ages and the second one for the local discounted annual pass. Next, let's travel around the globe in a westerly direction. The next Disney resort we come to is the Tokyo Disney Resort, just outside of Tokyo, Japan. Starting at the website for the Tokyo Disney Resort, we go to the Park Tickets page. We're going to select once again November 8th, 2024. Here are several differences from what was offered at Disneyland. First, there are 3 categories of tickets: adult, which is 18 years of age and over; junior, which is between 12 and 17 years of age; and child, which is from 4 to 11 years of age, each with their own pricing, in yen, of course. And then here is the second difference. Tokyo Disneyland offers reduced park admission for guests with disabilities. And not just one reduced price, but one reduced price for each of the 3 categories of tickets: adult, junior, and child. On this next page, we can see that the discount for guests with disabilities is not a mere $10 US as it was at Disneyland for a child ticket. Here, the discounts are quite substantial, between 21% and 27%. Here's another different type of Tokyo Disney Resort park admission offering, one which many members of the Disney for Seniors Facebook group mentioned they would want to see in the United States. Admission tickets called passports, which provide admission to either weekends and holidays or weekdays but not holidays, starting at mid to late afternoon. And again, the same 3 adult, junior, and child price categories. Returning to the park admission tickets for guests with disabilities, here you see some of the qualifications for this reduced cost park admission. Yes, while not shown here, Tokyo Disney does reduce costs for guests with disabilities in the early evening and weekend passports. And then look at this. A guest with a disability certificate can purchase a discounted ticket not just for themselves, but also for one accompanying guest. Let's now return to our comparison chart. First are the offerings we saw previously at the Disneyland Resort in Anaheim, California. And now we add the park admission ticket offerings at Tokyo Disney Resort, including the disability plus companion admission ticket offerings, as well as the mid to late afternoon admission offerings. Do note that the Tokyo Disney Resort has had annual passes in the past, but suspended their sale in October 2020 and has yet to make them available again for purchase. This includes an annual pass for seniors. Let's now continue our journey westward, which has us arrive at the Shanghai Disney Resort at, where else? Shanghai, China. Starting from the resort's website, we proceed to the page from which we could purchase park admission to the Shanghai Disney Resort. We'll select the one-day general admission ticket to understand the available offerings. As before, we will select one adult and then look at the next category available to us: one child/senior/guest with disabilities. Right away, another difference from the prior 2 Disney resorts. Here we see the definition of these categories. A child is defined both from 3 to 11 years of age, or some with a specific height range as shown here. And then a favorite topic and focus of the Nancy and Dan Travel to Disney YouTube channel and the Disney for Seniors Facebook group: a seniors guest category, which is defined as someone 60 years of age and older. Notice this is the same when it comes to the annual pass offerings at the Shanghai Disneyland Resort. Next, we select November 8th, 2024 as the date of our park visit. We can see that the discount from an adult ticket to one for a child, senior, or guest with disabilities is substantial. 25% by my calculation for both the preferred and the advanced type of one-day park ticket. Next, we see that also unique so far in our trip around the real world to all 6 Disney resorts, here at Shanghai Disney Resort, they have an offering that provides a discount if one purchases 3 park admission tickets at once. And we saw that Shanghai Disneyland offers annual passes. Here are the different offerings, again, providing the same 25% discount for a child, a senior, or a guest with disabilities compared to that for an adult. We can now return to our comparison chart. First, we have the previous offerings at Disneyland Resort and the Tokyo Disney Resort. Now we have the updates at the Shanghai Disney Resort, as we have just seen. No, Shanghai Disney Resort does not offer reduced pricing for local residents. 6 Disney resorts around the world. 3 Disney resorts down, 3 more Disney resorts to go. What are your thoughts so far on the differences in the park offerings? Any surprises to you? Let us know in the comments. We would appreciate hearing your feedback midway through our comparison. And a reminder that if you are finding the information on the different park admission offerings at the different Disney resorts around the world interesting, please do give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing to our YouTube channel if you are already not a subscriber. Continuing westward, our next stop is at the Hong Kong Disney Resort. As is our practice, let's start at the Disney website for Hong Kong Disneyland. Proceeding to the park tickets page, we see immediately that the ticket offerings available are adult, child, and senior for the one-day limited time offer. Notice the ultra-low cost for a senior park admission at 100 Hong Kong dollars versus adult at 639 Hong Kong dollars. We'll come back to that shortly. We then select November 8th, 2024 as the day we want to go to Hong Kong Disneyland. Notice the child category of park admission ticket for all guests ages 3 to 11, and a senior, once again, is defined as a guest 60 years of age and older. Back to the size of the discounts. 86%. 86%, if my math is correct, for the senior category. 25% for the child category. Kind of puts the $10 discount at Disneyland for a child park admission into perspective, doesn't it? Here we are simply showing that there are cost-saving meal voucher options available at Hong Kong Disneyland, which I found intriguing. By comparison, another park admission offering, the Play and Shop 2-day ticket offer that comes with a 50 Hong Kong dollar merchandise voucher, we again select November 8th, 2024, and we can see here the cost. One price for a general admission ticket and one for a child or senior category, which is now priced the same at a 24% reduced cost from the general admission ticket. As was the case at the previous Disney resort we visited, here there is also a type of multiple magic access, which I would call an annual pass type of park admission offering. And using the silver magic access offering as an example, here we can see a new fourth category, that of a student aged 12 to 25 years of age for full-time students. Here are the reduced costs from a general admission category of the Silver Magic Access or Annual Pass offering for these other three categories. Notice the huge discount once again for the senior category for a park guest 60 years of age and older. Yes, Hong Kong Disneyland does offer ticket discounts to local residents. And then we found this. Hard to find, yet, as you can see, Hong Kong Disney Resort's website indicates there is a 30% reduced cost of park admission for guests with disabilities for at least some of its park admission offerings, which is more than the cost reduction they offer for a child park admission ticket. Now, let's return to our cost comparison chart. First, let's return the park admission offerings of the three previous Disney resorts we have visited. And now, let's add the offerings at Hong Kong Disneyland. Are we seeing any patterns start to emerge? Next, let's continue our journey westward until we reach Disneyland Paris. Let's begin at the website for this Disney resort, followed by navigating to the page where we can purchase park admission tickets. We are presented with two offerings of tickets as shown here. There are additional features we could add to our tickets if we wanted, but for this comparison purposes, we'll just stick with the basic offerings. Notice that here at Disneyland Paris, there is a reduced park rate admission offering for guests with disability and for military personnel. For guests with disabilities, Disneyland Paris provides a 25% cost reduction for a park ticket as well as for a Disneyland pass. This 25% reduced cost also is provided for the guest with disabilities companion. Let's proceed now to begin the process to purchase a one-day park ticket at Disneyland Paris. We will choose the one-day park admission ticket for both parks, then select November 8th, 2024, and notice the reduced cost of €4 for the child category from 3 to 11 years of age. And then just completing the selection of one admission ticket for both categories. Displayed now are the three types of annual passes called a bronze pass, a silver pass, or a gold pass. Our research indicated there was no discounts offered for local residents. The price of a Disneyland pass at Disneyland Paris is the same for an adult or child from our research. Once again, let's return to our comparison chart. First, filling in the different park admission offerings for the first 4 Disney resorts we have visited, and then for our 5th park, Disneyland Paris. Just one more Disney resort to review, that being Walt Disney World in Orlando, Florida. Once again, starting from the Disney Resorts website, we navigate to the page where we can purchase park admission tickets. You can see right away that if you are a local resident, you have special pricing for admission tickets. As before, we will select a single park admission day for Friday, November the 8th, 2024. Next is the page to indicate which of the 4 theme parks at Walt Disney World we want to visit, along with being presented with additional options to purchase. We select, as previously, 1 adult and 1 ages 3 to 9 tickets, and we are shown the amount of the reduced cost for the child ticket, $5 US, similar to what was offered at Disneyland in Anaheim, California. Enough for a Dole Whip, maybe. When it comes to annual passes, yes, they are available at Walt Disney World, and yes, there are 3 different types of annual passes for local residents, with one of them available to be purchased by Disney Vacation Club owners. Now we can complete our comparison chart for all 6 of the Disney resorts around the world. First, let's place the green check marks on the chart for the previous 5 Disney resorts we've already visited, and now completing the comparison chart for the park admission offerings at Walt Disney World. Okay, we have now visited all 6 Disney resorts around the world. What did we learn? What were the major differences in Disney park admission offerings between these 6 Disney resort theme parks, if any? Good. Let's first summarize by looking at the 4 non-US based Disney resort theme parks. From our research, all of the 4 non-US based Disney theme parks offered a significant park admission cost reduction for guests with disabilities. All of them, cost reduction. When it comes to seniors, consistently defined as age 60 and up, the Disney theme parks at Shanghai, China, and Hong Kong provided significant park admission discounts. Other differences at some of the non-US located Disney resorts included significant discounts for children guests, not just the $10 or $5 discounts at Disneyland Resort or Walt Disney World Resort respectively. Some offered a cost savings if 3 park admission tickets were purchased at the same time. One had reduced park admission offerings for entrance in the mid to late afternoons. At both Disney resorts located in the United States, significant discounts on park admission offerings were reserved for local or statewide residents, with Disney Vacation Club owners receiving a cost reduction on one type of the annual pass at Walt Disney World. Children park admissions had a $5 US cost savings on partial admissions, but not on annual passes. So with these comparisons, now it is your turn. Rather than us asking questions that may need to be asked, or giving our opinion on the differences between the park admission offerings at the 6 Disney resorts worldwide, you have seen the facts as we were able to obtain them. What do you think? Are you happy with the existing park admission offerings and discounts for the Disney theme parks in the United States? Should there be more consistency with park admission offerings at Disney resorts across the world? Does Disney parks in the United States show any less respect to guests in certain demographic groups compared to the 4 other Disney parks around the world outside of the United States, specifically guests with disabilities and seniors, because it does not have any park admission discounts for these 2 large demographic groups? Let us know in the comments to this video your thoughts, and especially, how would you suggest we all might go about trying to have Disney parks in the United States change their park admission ticket offerings if you feel that they should? And if you want to hear about other ideas put forth by seniors from the Disney for Seniors Facebook group, how to reduce their cost at Disney parks in the United States, click this video and watch right now. If you've already seen that video, here's another video from our YouTube channel for older adults and seniors who love Disney. Remember to like this video and subscribe. We'll see you next time.